Do you feel like you guys are building some depth there at the defensive line? Who are some guys that have stepped up in those areas?
Hey Brian, yeah, I feel like our defensive line has improved tremendously from the spring with the additions of Jeffrey and Jason, and then we had got Marquise Robinson back. So I think all those guys gonna contribute good this season and help us get better.
Marquise Robinson left for a little while, came back. Is he a guy that's kind of surprised you a little bit?
Yeah, he surprised me, but anytime you get a guy that leaves football like that, and he'd be hungry when he come back. So I can definitely see the hunger he has since he came back, and he's been improving.
Marcus, Dan Beck, ESPN 106.7. What did you feel like you need to improve on this offseason, and have you met those goals?
I feel like I need to improve on pass rush more and get to the quarterback more often. And I've been working on that this off season, and I'm my biggest critic. So last year I wasn't happy with how it affected the quarterback. So this year I had practice this spring, this summer. That's all I practice, and get more start in the run game too. Also,
Marcus, Mark Murphy from Inside Auburn Tigers and 24/7. Talk about adjusting to being a bigger guy. 'Cause high school senior, you weren't huge, and you got bigger at Kansas, and you're bigger now than you were last year.
It just like knowing how to run with the weight and just conditioning as well as putting on the weight is it's really not that hard because we condition a lot here. So it's just running and putting on the weight.
You think it's going to help you be more effective?
Yes, sir. I seen the improvement this fall camp with it, and at first I was like kind of worried about it. Was it gonna have me sluggish? But I seen the improvement. It helped me maintain the gap more, and I got more weight. So like now I can sit on double teams even longer instead of like pulling off of double teams and releasing them to the linebacker. So yeah, I feel like it's improved my game.
Brian School on AL.com. How you doing there, brother?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Hey man, we here, brother.
Yes,
Good
sir.
to hear, man.
Yes, sir.
From there, what makes Robbie so tough to defend?
Robbie, he can a broke down play. He can get out the pocket, and if the rushing line is not perfect, he can find the smallest crease and increase the defense. So this camp, like we even have to focus on Robbie, like running, and it's different from the other quarterbacks. So we got to make sure our rushing line is perfect when we practice against Robbie.
And then to follow up, do you remember the Texas A&M game last year?
Yes, sir.
Playing against Zach. What do you remember from him then, and what was it like him coming here?
Yeah, cause like playing him in the game, it's like we trying to get after him, but now like he's our teammate, and he's actually been a great teammate. He's walking in on us and opening up to us and been sharing some of his thoughts and his experience with us and helping us a better D line and a better team actually. And seeing him playing against him, it's like he out with the player breakdown, but he'll always like find a way to try to get out the pocket and throw it away instead of just taking the sack. So that's what we did against him last year.
One more thing for me, you probably can figure out where I'm going with this. TJ, you played with him last year. Where have you seen his improvement?
He just getting the ball out quicker and camp. You can see like when the defense line almost there, he'll get it out real quick before we can get to him, and like it's improvement from last year because last year he was just sit and take a sack or sit and throw the ball out or something. But he been finding the open receiver when the play seems to break down that last moment. He'll throw the ball and get it. Then he also got better at getting out the pocket too, and he'll take off running and surprise us a couple times. So yeah, he's getting better with that.
Often with CBS 42 in Birmingham. Have you guys, defensively as a unit, got your identity yet, or is that something you're still looking for in these practices leading up to week one?
I feel like we have found our identity. We just got to keep improving on it and focus on the minor details like communication and make sure everyone get the call from DBs to linebackers to D-line. And our identity basically being disciplined and being tough. Because Auburn will always have a good defense. It's just like how disciplined can we be and can we maintain that throughout the whole game, throughout the 4 quarters.
Marcus, Jeremiah Wright, he was your boy, playing next to you most of camp. Now he's back on offense. Are y'all going at it pretty good now?
Yes, sir. We going at it pretty good. That's like my best friend, like one of my best friends, because he's from Selma, Alabama, and I'm from Montgomery. So I got a lot of family in Selma, so I've been knowing him before he came here, before I came here. So yeah, we be going at it pretty pretty much.
Was he good with the move back? How did he feel about the whole thing?
Yeah, he loved it. Like he said that he kind of was in between and before the start of camp, and he was like he was gonna try our defense, but we can always tell that his love was offensive line because he's better moving at offensive line, and he can really cause damage on the offensive line. He can really help them as a unit.
You didn't tell him any of y'all secrets or anything.
No, I think he be knowing a couple of our plays because he was at defense. So like that make it even like challenging going against him during team periods because he know our calls. But like at the same time, he just getting us better because when the other team don't know our calls, they won't know how to stop it. But if we beat him and he know our calls, like it's just more challenging for us.
A couple of the position coaches have complimented the upperclassmen leadership on this team this offseason. Who's really leading the way on the defensive line, and has your role changed in the last year and a half?
Yes, sir. On the defense line, Derek Hall, Kobe Wooden, and me, of course, I had stepped up my role. Just last year, coming from Kansas, I really didn't want to come and change up anything here, and I didn't know anybody yet for real. So I just had sat back and watched and see how everything was going. But like a lot of times I wanted to say something, but I was scared to say something because I wasn't a part of the team. Like I feel like I wasn't a part yet until I proved myself. But like now this year I can say more, and it's more like open, and people are more open to listening to me because last year I had proved myself a little bit. So this year, Kobe Wooden and Derek Hall has been more leaders, helped us with leadership.
Marcus, Ben Trainer from the Montgomery Advertiser. What's it sort of just been like this offseason continuing to work next to Colby, and what can you two sort of keep learning from each other?
It's been great. Like, we'll come and get some extra work in by ourselves. It's just like he one of the top defense linemen in the SEC, and I'm trying to get where he's at, and we always push each other because I'm better than he feels like I'm better than run, and I know he's better than pass rush. So we just take each other game and try to compliment each other. And he teach me what I could have did on this play to got a better pass rush, and I teach him like on this play what he could have did to stay lower or split double team or something like that. So we just been taking notes from each other and try to build our game up like that.
Marcus, you mentioned Jay being from Selma and you being from Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
What does that kind of mean for you guys who were from East Alabama, from the area in particular? One, being here, but also helping guys like a guy like Craig McDowell who comes from like Minnesota to kind of adjust to the area and everything.
It means a lot just being from this area and just coming to Auburn because this always been like a dream come true. Like it still don't feel real sometimes just sitting in these seats, but like helping guys that are not from this area, I kind of like took in that role because like some guys are scared like when they come from different places. I know how it was when I went to Kansas and how I was scared and stuff. So I try to like embrace them, make them feel like a family, and show them different places around here they can go to get some good food, or a good place to go for have fun, like bowling places, movie theaters, stuff like that.
What's the spots that you would recommend?
Like Willie Wings, like for to go eat, and Good Times Bowling Center for to have fun.
Marcus, TomGreenhill.com. Brian was saying after the scrimmage that he's really been impressed with what Morris Joseph has been able to do. You know, he's not necessarily one of the bigger guys on the defensive line.
Mhm.
What has he brought to that room, and what have you seen from him this fall?
He brought like experience because he's a very experienced guy, and even though he's not that big, he still like plays big, and he's a very good pass rusher, and during the run game he's very stout. He know how to get out the blocks quick and go make the play, and he has a lot of hustle. Like he'll chase down the play from the backside and still be running, so he like kind of motivates the whole D line to like pick up our game, like chasing after the ball and little stuff like that.
Marcus, Justin Higginson, Auburn Live. Talk about what it's like going against Brandon Council, Tate Johnson, Jalil Irvin, those guys at center. What do they do well from your standpoint?
Tate is more like a quick guy. Like he'll hike the ball and get his hands on you quick. Brandon Council is more like of a big guy, so like he'll hike it and he'll still come out quick, but he got more weight on him, so you have to play that more stout. And Jalil Irvin, he's like a mixture of both of them. So he can get out quick sometimes and he'll a little stout in the run game. So it's just like different things, you know, like playing against them, just like you got to study them, just like you study your game. So that's about it.
Do you think there's one guy that's harder to go against for you?
Nah, I feel like all of them have their pros and cons. So it's just like you find out the cons and try to attack the cons. So.
Marcus, Jason, Auburn 247. You mentioned Jeremiah How physical is he after playing defense, and what does he do in that part of the game that makes it difficult?
Yeah, he's very physical. Like he drives on blocks. That's what makes him so tough to go against. He don't just sit up there and like hold you. He drives on blocks, and he brings it every time he comes to you. So that's yeah.
Marcus, one more quick question on Marquise Robinson. How much change have you seen him from last year to now?
I see he's more hungry. Like he wants to more. He wants to learn defense more. He wants to help improve the defensive line better. And he just came with more hungry and more want to. And you can tell by the drills and by the team reps. And I can tell he's getting better. And I won't be surprised he had a breakout year this year.
Anything else for Marcus? All right.